Hi, my name's Elise,
And I'm RuthWicker.
and today we are going to share our ebook that's called Content That Creates. We're so excited about talking about it. We've been working really hard on it. Pretty much, Content That Creates is a book that talks about basic content creation. Let's go to our first question, which is who is your favorite content creator and why? Personally, mine is someone that it's called Kombucha Girl. She got famous off a 15-second video, and then she made herself really popular through podcasts that she does by herself, TikToks, and on top of that, she does like uh, celebrity interviews with her and someone else, and she does it in such a creative way that you don't see a lot. But you, Ruth?
Two of my favorite content creators is either Spencer Barbosa or Alona Mar. They both talk a lot about like body positivity with women and just try to empower women to be comfortable within their bodies no matter where, what they look like. They post a lot on Instagram and TikTok, and it's just really amazing to see how many people love them and how much they are impacting the world in such an amazing way.
Yeah, so when we talk about content creators, they have to have like such a basic way to create. They have to have an outline, they have to script, they have to film, they have to make sure everything is perfect and get ready and show off to the world that they are a creative human being. So, but you can't have all that knowledge overnight, which we wish we can, but that's why we made content that clicks. It's a beginner friendly for the digital world that makes content.
In our ebook, we talk about how content that clicks is with tips and tools that you can have to make anyone successful in the world of social media. Um, it is catered to upcoming social media managers, influencers, or anyone in between with every step in content creation in the digital and social media world. Our first chapter is the 4 C's of content marketing, which Elise wrote.
Yeah, the 4 C's of content create marketing is a new version of the 4 P's of marketing. Um, it's some marketing lingo, just kind of get you into it, and just kind of gives you a more direct path on how to um, go and talk to the people and like get to know them, and just so it's like another way to know the marketing basics.
I wrote the next chapter. It's about evergreen content, just what it is. Evergreen content is content that revolves around a topic that always is kind of relevant to its readers or viewers, regardless of what kind of the the current news cycle or season is. It comes from, evergreen trees, which stays green all year long. And this chapter just talks about what evergreen content is and how to utilize it to stay relevant in the world of social media. Our next chapter is how to build a content calendar.
Yeah, so content calendars are so like important. Sometimes people think they post just to post, which you can kind of see in the beginning, but once you kind of get into it, you need to like schedule everything out like one by one. So like you shouldn't post every day, but like you should post every other day. Or Wednesdays you post a specific thing on your story, and then on Friday use that thing on the story to use it on your final. So pretty much it's just talking about how you should pace yourself, and on top of that, how you should build a content calendar. You can use a specific app, or you can use paperback, you can use Google Sheets. I personally use Google Sheets because it's such an easy way to like look into the future, and it's just a simple layout. But overall, it's something that's really important to future influencers.
We have a question in the chat. Do you have a tool you use for scheduling your content? I think Google Sheets is a good way to just have a very clean, nice, and easy way to schedule our content out in a content calendar. But our next chapter is to how to tell the difference between content creators and graphic designers. This is a popular question that I researched. Within the realm of communications, a lot of roles overlap, and a lot of graphic designers are content creators because content creators have to market their skills. on social media. And so this chapter just talks about how they can overlap a lot since a lot of people market themselves on social media, but knowing the different job or job titles are really important to know, so you know what niche is best for you and how you can have the or which job you have the best skills for or how to prepare for it. We then talk about Quillbot, which is an AI that just helps with writing. It has paraphrasers, summarizers, grammar and spell checks, all you name it, everything that you can think of to help with your writing, it has. And it just is a review of the pros and cons of it, and just if that is the best tool for you to use.
Okay, perfect. Let's talk about our posts. Is that the next bullet?
Persona. Our persona is Benji. He is a student in communications, and he loves photography, and he wants to build a brand and a surrounding photography. The way that this book helps Benji learn the key principles, it helps him learn the key principles of creating effective and engaging content that resonates with his target audience. It can show him how to create long-lasting content that works for his brand through like the evergreen content. It also gives him tools to stay organized, manage deadlines, and just build consistency. So it attracts more people. It also helps him understand where he fits in the creative industry and how he can better market himself with his skills. It also gives him free resources he can use like Pexels and Quillbot.
Perfect. So with our marketing strategy, Ruth and I took turns each day to post about our ebook. We did three main platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Uh, just because they have such different audiences for both of us, and so we just kind of decided to go in together and see how that works together. But yeah, let's talk about your post first.
My post I posted on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I would have to say Facebook was my biggest platform that I got a lot of shares. I got an insane amount of shares. I come from a very small town, and everybody knows everybody, so there was a lot of support that I've had. But Instagram is my second one. I don't have a lot of followers on Instagram. And then LinkedIn was kind of my worst one. I got a few impressions, but I think maybe I got like 2 or 3 clicks from it, and not a whole lot. But word of mouth through Facebook is really important, and because it has an older target audience with Facebook, that's tend to how they communicate as well. Now for your post, Elise.
Okay, perfect. So I same thing. Word of mouth went so much farther than all these combined. I sent it to my family, and then they sent it to their friends and family. But the one main app that did help the most was Instagram, just because I have most of my friends and family members on there, and so they all looked together and came together. And I also, with Facebook and LinkedIn, I did specific captions. For example, it was a very short and professional way for LinkedIn. I got an opportunity to create an ebook with my classmate Ruth Wicker. I'm super happy how it turned out. We wrote about how to be successful in content creation. Take a look at it. And then Facebook was a very simple, hey, look at this that I created for my class. And that went pretty far compared to my long uh, caption for LinkedIn.
Next, we have my stats from Linkly. I got an insane amount of clicks, predominantly from Facebook. Again, I got a lot of shares. My second post was Facebook. My first post was Instagram, which didn't get a whole lot of views, but then Facebook, it really skyrocketed how many clicks I got from it. And then for your stats from Linkly.
Yeah, so you could see that, like, when I posted on Instagram or, like, my family, it went straight up because I posted it on my Instagram and my family group chat at the same time. Most of it was from the USA, then 6% was from Denmark, and then Ireland, which I know one person from Denmark, so that was pretty cool that they posted on it. But I don't know anyone from Ireland or Sweden. But I saw a lot more success on our Instagram because when we look more into our hazing account, there was a lot more Instagram clicks than there was. Facebook and LinkedIn for me.
And these are the stats from Hazine. Um, we got quite a lot of views, and again, a lot of the views were from Facebook and Instagram, not so much LinkedIn. Um, but yeah, I think our marketing strategy really kicked off and really helped us with our marketing for our ebook. So before we go into the next part of our presentation, if there's any more questions we have about our content or our marketing strategy, please put them in the chat and we will answer them after we talk about the lessons that we learned while writing this ebook. Noah, one of the biggest things that I learned was knowing your audience, what platforms to post on. I didn't realize that Facebook would be the biggest platform that I would get clicks from. I thought it was going to be Instagram, and I didn't think that LinkedIn was going to be the biggest, but Facebook was one thing that I didn't realize would be the most views and clicks from it. And then content calendars just kind of simplify your marketing strategy and just make sure your entire group is on the same page. Um, it's just really simple because we can cater each of our posts so it's all consistent, but it's all different.
And then teach yourself in your own passion so you can teach others. I see a lot on Instagram or TikTok that's like, "Hey, buy this course so you could be TikTok famous," which I honestly don't think you need to use that. Well, you can just teach yourself in your own passion and go on to that and teach yourself little things here and there, and then you can teach others in your own passion. I don't think you need to buy a course, $100 course a week to be successful. I think it's just you can get free information overall.
All right, we have two questions in the chat. The first one is, what would you do differently based on what you learned? I think for our marketing strategy, what I would do different is I would do more posts on Facebook and Instagram and just kind of X the LinkedIn because I didn't get a lot of clicks from LinkedIn. Just focus on the platforms that I actually got views and views and clicks from. What about you, Elise?
Personally, I would change the first chapter. Well, I would go back to my own personal blog post and do something different, like how you don't need a fancy camera to post. Like you can just use everything on your camera and then buy like a $10 microphone off Amazon. And so I think I would change it some blog posts here and there about.
Right. And then our second question is, the people who looked at the entire ebook, do you think it came from Facebook or Instagram or just a practically even split? I know for my personal account, my personal marketing strategy, it was predominantly from Facebook, but at least had a lot of predominantly from Instagram. So I think that's pretty evenly split. A lot of the data is missing because it's just like, oh, it was like from undisclosed place. But I feel like it is pretty evenly split.
Yeah, to go off that, Ruth talks about how that's how she talks to the people in her town. Um, Personally, in my town, people use Facebook to talk about politics and all that. So I don't think it was the best place for me personally. But for Instagram, that's where people kind of have fun in my town or my old friends. They go on, click on that. So it's just more the audience I'm delivering to. So I wouldn't really be posting to Facebook. I would be probably posting more to Instagram or even TikTok to try that out.
All right. Uh, and thank you so much for watching this. And always, if you want to learn more, just click the link of our ebook and read the entire thing.